Commander Zara Lynn of the Kethrin Imperial Fleet stared at her tactical display with disbelief flowing through her purple-scaled features. The human vessel before them was nothing more than a small cargo transport, yet it had just accomplished something that defied every law of physics her people understood. The cargo ship belonged to Captain Lisa Morgan, a human trader who had been conducting peaceful business in neutral space when Zara Lynn's fleet of 12 warships had intercepted her. The initial scan showed standard human technology, nothing that should concern the mighty Kethrin Empire. Yet now Zara Lynn found herself questioning everything she knew about these strange bipedal creatures. Lieutenant Vexana approached her, commander with uncertainty written across her crystalline face. The young officer's forearms trembled slightly as she delivered her report. Captain, the human vessel has somehow created a gravitational anomaly that is affecting our entire formation. Our ships are being pulled toward her position despite our engines operating at full reverse. Zara Lynn's elongated ears flattened against her skull, in confusion. The Kethrins had conquered 17 star systems with their advanced technology. Their ships were marvels of engineering capable of bending space itself to their will. No primitive species had ever challenged their supremacy in space combat. Yet this single human female had done something unprecedented. The communication channel crackled to life, and Lisa Morgan's calm voice filled the Kethrin bridge. "This is Captain Morgan of the Independent Freighter, New Dawn. I'm not sure what's happening to my ship, but I suggest you back away before someone gets hurt." Zara Lynn activated her own communication array. "Human, you will surrender immediately. Your primitive vessel poses no threat to the Imperial fleet." A soft laugh came through the speakers. "Commander, with respect, you might want to check your sensors again. My cargo hold just experienced what I can only describe as a complete molecular breakdown. The antimatter I was transporting has somehow merged with my ship's quantum core." The blood drained from Zara Lynn's face as the implications hit her. Antimatter was dangerous, enough on its own, but if it had somehow fused with human quantum technology, the results could be catastrophic. She quickly ordered her science officer to run a detailed scan. Within moments, the results confirmed her worst fears. The human ship had become a living weapon capable of generating gravitational waves that could tear apart entire fleets. The energy readings were off the charts, showing power levels that exceeded anything in the Kethrin database. Sub-Commander Helena rushed to Zara Lynn's side, her 6 eyes wide with terror. "Commander, the human vessel is generating an energy field that's disrupting our weapon systems. Our plasma cannons are offline and our shields are fluctuating wildly." Zara Lynn realized that her fleet of powerful warships had become helpless against a single human cargo vessel. The irony was not lost on her. The Kethrins had always viewed humans as inferior beings, barely capable of basic space travel. Now one human female had neutralized their most advanced battle group without firing a single shot. Captain Morgan's voice returned over the communications channel. "Commander, I'm reading massive energy fluctuations from your ships. I think my cargo accident is affecting your systems. I'm going to try to contain the field, but you need to evacuate the area immediately." The Kethrin commander found herself in an impossible position. Her military training demanded that she never retreat from an inferior enemy, yet the safety of her crew had to take priority. The human was actually warning them about danger from her own malfunctioning ship. Zara Lynn made the decision that would haunt her career forever. "All ships prepare for emergency jump to coordinates 77 Alpha. We're pulling back to minimum safe distance." As the Kethrin fleet began their retreat maneuvers, Lisa Morgan worked frantically in her cargo hold. The antimatter containment system had indeed failed, but not in the way she had described to the aliens she had been transporting. Experimental human technology devices that her government had classified as too dangerous for widespread use. The quantum resonance amplifiers in her cargo hold had been activated by the Kethrin scanning beams. The interaction had created an unprecedented energy cascade that was now feeding on the local space-time fabric. Lisa knew that if she couldn't control it, the resulting explosion would destroy everything within several light years. Her fingers flew over the control interfaces as she attempted to create a feedback loop that would contain the reaction. She had only minutes before the cascade reached critical mass. The Kethrin fleet was far enough away to survive, but barely. Meanwhile, on the Kethrin flagship, Zara Lynn watched in amazement as the human ship began to glow with an intense blue light. The energy readings continued to climb beyond anything her instruments could measure. Her science officers reported that local space was actually beginning to warp around the human vessel. "Commander, we're detecting temporal distortions near the human ship," reported Vexana. "Time itself seems to be moving differently in that region." Zara Lynn realized she was witnessing something that would change how her people viewed humans forever. This single cargo vessel had demonstrated capabilities that surpassed the most advanced Kethrin research. The implications for interstellar politics were staggering. Lisa Morgan's voice cut through the static one final time. "Commander Morgan 2, Kethrin Fleet. I've managed to create a containment field, but it's unstable. I'm going to attempt a controlled detonation that should dissipate the energy safely. Please maintain your current distance until further notice." The human ship suddenly expanded in a brilliant flash of light that lasted only seconds. When the glow faded, the cargo vessel was gone, replaced by a perfectly spherical region of empty space. The gravitational anomalies ceased immediately, and the Kethrin ships regained full functionality. Zara Lynn stared at the empty space where Captain Morgan had been. The human had sacrificed herself and her ship to prevent a catastrophic explosion that would have claimed countless lives. She had shown courage and selflessness that few warriors in any species could match. The communication array activated one last time, and Lisa Morgan's voice emerged from what seemed like empty space. "Commander, this is Captain Morgan. I'm transmitting from what I think is a parallel dimensional pocket. The explosion created a stable wormhole, and I'm somehow still alive in here. My ship is intact, but I don't think I can return to normal space." Relief flooded through. Zara Lynn followed immediately by professional curiosity. "Captain Morgan, how is this possible? Our best scientists have theorized about dimensional pockets but never achieved stable generation." Lisa's response carried a note of wonder. "I honestly don't know. Commander, the quantum amplifiers in my cargo weren't supposed to be capable of this. The interaction with your scanning technology seems to have created something entirely new." Zara Lynn found herself facing a diplomatic crisis. The human had demonstrated technology that could revolutionize space travel, yet she claimed it was accidental. The Kethrin Empire's entire military doctrine was based on technological superiority. If humans possessed such capabilities, it would shift the balance of power throughout the galaxy. "Captain Morgan, may we discuss a possible alliance between our peoples? Your demonstration today has shown that humans deserve respect as equals, rather than subjects." The response came with what sounded like relief in Lisa's voice. "Commander, I would welcome such discussions, though I should mention that what happened here today was completely unplanned. The human government has no idea their experimental cargo could do this." Zara Lynn smiled for the first time since the encounter began. "Perhaps that makes it even more impressive. Captain Morgan, your people achieved in accident what our greatest minds have pursued for centuries." As the Kethrin fleet prepared to escort the dimensional pocket back to human space, Zara Lynn reflected on how one cargo captain had changed everything. The human who had shocked the entire alien fleet would become legend among both species. The day a single woman's courage and quick thinking transformed enemies into allies. The story of Lisa Morgan and her impossible escape would spread throughout the galaxy, inspiring new research into dimensional physics and establishing humans as a species worthy of respect. Her accident had become humanity's first step toward becoming a major galactic power. Zara Lynn knew her report would cause upheaval in the Kethrin hierarchy. The Empire would have to reconsider its expansion policies and acknowledge that other species might possess knowledge they lacked. The age of Kethrin dominance was ending, replaced by an era of cooperation and mutual discovery. Captain Morgan had done more than survive an impossible situation. She had opened the door to a future where humans and aliens could work together as equals. Her story would be remembered as the moment when humanity proved itself worthy of the stars.